some freshers who are starting to prepare for the next exam. So as of today, we do not have any notification from the government whether it will be a NEET PG or next exam. But looking at the circumstances, it looks like it most likely to be a NEET PG exam. Even though exam will be either NEET PG or next, the fundamental preparation remain the same. So let's start this journey with Mission NEET PG or next 2023. So when I was preparing for my NEET PG exam, I always had this question that how to begin. Like when I did not get a good rank, I was like confused how to start again. And the question that used to trouble me the most, that what whenever I used to see the toppers interview, I used to feel I have done almost everything what they are doing. But what is that thing that I am not able to do, and I'm not getting to I'm not getting the rank that I want. What is that secret? So let's try to decode that. After the results were out, I received very lot of positive responses from the students who got a very good rank. But it's not like, yes, definitely they benefited from the video series that we have released on our channel, but it's not like we are giving them separate secrets or separate guidance. They're also doing the same thing. So what is that secret that helps the students to get the rank? So let's try to decode. So what are the main factors that determine the success in PG entrance examination? So first of all, we have to make a plan. A lot of students, they just follow the herd. They do what everybody else is doing. He's reading this book, he's following these notes, he's doing that course, so we will also do that. So don't follow the herd. You have to give the personalized touch to your preparation. Source. Selection of source is very important. The source should be crispy. The source should be good and reliable, and you should be able to read and revise your source in a given time. There is no use if you are not able to revise. If the source is vast, there is no use. Consistency and the discipline, so that is what differentiate the students who top the exam from the students who don't. So you have to be disciplined, because motivation is not going to help you all the time, because we watch a lot of motivation videos, but sometimes it gets blunt. They don't motivate you the way you think. So discipline is very important, because it's not easy to study for so long, for so many days, for so many hours. So you have to be disciplined, and you have to have a positive mindset. When you start preparation, tell yourself that you are going to achieve it. If you start doubting yourself at the every step, then things are not going to be in your favor. So what is the first step is to formulate a plan. So without plan, actually your preparation can go anywhere. So you have to make a proper plan. So whenever you make a plan, first make a long term plan. So long term plan, like we have a schedule that exam is going to be somewhere between Jan to March 2023. So we have to make a schedule till December. So make a schedule from now, like we are in the month of June. So till June, from June to December, we have to make a schedule where we have to plan our first read, where we divide all the subject, followed by revisions. So I will release one sample timetable separately in next few days. That will help you, but try to formulate your own plan as well. What is a short term timetable is how are you going to divide your day, like when you wake up, for how many hours you are going to watch read theory or watch videos, when are you going to solve MCQs. So that is a short term timetable. So make such timetable, so that will guide you, and that will increase your speed of preparation. Now it is very important to divide the subject. Why it is important? It is, you see, we have 19 subject. It is not humanly possible to remember, recall, and give accurate answer in exams from all the subject. So it is very important to divide the subject as per their importance. So I divide subject into three parts. If you have seen my previous video, you will have this idea: rank building subject, rank maintaining subject, and rank deciding subject. So basically your first and second prof subject along with your pedia, ophthalm, and ENT, I call them rank building subject. So what are rank building subject? So as we know that these subjects are mainly, the first and second prof subject are mainly fact based subjects. So you can have a higher accuracy, like 70 to 80% accuracy in those subjects, even more than that. So if you have this kind of accuracy in those subjects, these subjects are going to build your rank. In my experience, whoever has stronger first and second prof subject and these rank building subject will always end up in top 20 to 30,000 ranks. If you are someone who gets consistently more than 30,000 rank, definitely your rank building subjects are not good, and that is the reason you are, because a lot of questions comes from the rank building subject. I conducted one survey after exams, and it was given that majority of the questions were from basic sciences for NECT as well, and for NEET PG as well. Also a lot of questions from your major subject can be solved by the knowledge from the basic sciences. What are the rank maintaining subjects? So these are medicine, surgery, PS, and obs-gynae. So as I say, rank building subject will bring you in the first 20 to 30,000. Now from the rank maintaining subject, you don't have to read from page to page. So no page to page for them, because these are very vast subject. What you have to do, you have to study high yield areas from that. I have released already a video about high yield topics from this subject, and there are a lot of classes and lot of there are material available what are the high yield subject areas from this subject. So you should be aware of that. So this is to cover portion in a stipulated time. Many students try to cover medicine page to page, which is not possible. So these subjects are going to maintain you in top 20 to 30,000 ranks. Now what are rank decided subject? So now these rank deciding subject are going to decide you. Suppose now you are in a top 1 to 20,000. So this subject will decide whether you end up in a top ranks like 1 to 10,000 or you end up in a 10 to 20,000. So these are the subject which are again fact based, and these are like short subject. A lot of students leave them. A lot of students don't give them a lot of time. So because of that, despite of having a good preparation, they end up between 20 to 20,000. That is the reason why I call them as a rank deciding subject. So if you have a good command on this subject along with your these two groups, they're going to end up in top 10,000. So subject division is very important, and all 19 subjects are very important. So how I'll help you in selecting a source? So just the baseline that our rule should be one subject, one source. If you want to follow a class or a book, make sure that you refer only one source for one subject. That will make a good visual memory and it will help you in exam. Also there are options offline, online, so it depends on your convenience that which you want to choose. Also there should be a, whenever you are seeing a lecture, suppose you are someone who have started and you want to see the videos, so you should watch videos for around, I'll say 6 to 8 hours daily, followed by revision. So you can read you can make your own notes, or there are a lot of notes available, so you can use them as well. What is the most important formula to succeed is read, revise again and again. So you have to read, then revise the same thing, and you have to revise this thing again and again. You cannot read 10 things and just once. You have to read one thing 10 times. So you have to read the selective, you have to utilize those high yield areas. So to remember long term, you need to read same material again and again, and every topper and every person is emphasizing on the same point. Looking for a class or an app which can help you, I would like to recommend a PrepLadder app for a video lecture series. So they are giving a very crispy, concise and easy to cover notes with a very esteemed faculty, and the faculty who are big names in their field, like Dr. Govind Rai Garv, Dr. Deepak Marva and Dr. Jaina Bora, which are very esteemed faculty, and also Dr. Pritesh Singh, who are one of the best teachers in the country. So I'll advise you spend 6 to 8 hours on the video lectures followed by notes. Also PrepLadder provides you the notes, so which can actually save your time. So why I'm explaining you this, because when multiple senses are put, like when you watch the lecture, when you read your notes, when you listen to the lecture, so there are multiple senses that are used, so you have a better recall. So whenever you watch video, if you are someone who is starting again, or if you are already prepared, you can again go back and see the videos of the topic that you find very difficult, and that will help you for better recall. So as I said about the time saving, so PrepLadder, they have very concise notes. They have already released. They have a soft copy also available on their apps, and also hard copy also you can get. So you can get the important information. Also some mnemonics they will be given. So mnemonics help you because there is so much of information. So mnemonics will help you retaining this all information. Also, as I have emphasized about the previous year questions, so they will be specifically labeled in your notes, and lot of tables and charts and images to help you. So as I said that good source always play an important role in your preparation. So there are many sources available, and I would definitely, being a user of PrepLadder already, I would definitely recommend you at least try to download a PrepLadder app and review their free available content. And if you want to buy, you can use this code PG2023 to get extra 1500 rupees discount. So coming to the next MCQ practice. So as we talked about the source and the basic notes material, let's talk about the MCQ practice. So MCQ practice is very essential to improve the MCQ solving ability. So whenever, a lot of students, they just emphasize on theory and they don't solve MCQs. So MCQs actually improves your critical thinking. They helps to develop the exam mindset. See, whenever it's a very different ball game. Like when you solve MCQs, then sometimes you do a lot of mistakes. When you read theory, you feel very confident that I will solve the MCQ. But when you see the MCQ, there is a lot of confusion. That is why it's very important to solve MCQ prior to your exam. And I feel it's the best way of revision. Suppose, for example, there are like which of the following is not a cause of metabolic acidosis? Like you get such kind of questions, and there are 4 options. So when read this MCQ and you see the 4 options, it's very confusing because there are so many causes of metabolic acidosis. So when you rule out the option, you know, okay, this is not the cause of metabolic acidosis, and remaining 3 are. So it helps you in a revision. I will say solve daily 50 to 100 MCQs with explanation, and that is a good number. Don't overdo also, and don't solve any less than that also. So you have to solve the Q bank. So a lot of students ask me, sir, what should be your approach to the Q bank? So I'll say the Q bank, you can start with the subjects you find difficult, because sometimes it might be difficult to cover the whole Q bank. So the particular subject like ophthalmology, I used to find very difficult. So I used to solve more and more questions from the ophthalmology. So answers become very obvious. Like I see the question and I know the answer. Sometimes I don't know the explanation, but I know the answer. So you can also do it from the high yield areas. Also, I will advise that start few questions before starting your theory to know how questions are framed. For example, if you are reading, let's say you are reading a particular topic like renal physiology. So solve like random 10-15 questions from the Q bank for renal physiology. So you'll have idea that, okay, when I'm reading about the filtration, like what kind of questions are asked. When I'm talking about secretions and other physiological things, then how questions are framed. So once you have solved your questions while reading the theory, you will stress upon the important topics. So I think this is also a very good thing that you can introduce in your preparation. So I will recommend PrepLadder QBank 4 version. It offers you a very updated QBank with high strike rate, and these questions are from with the current exam pattern. So as we know that a lot of clinical questions are being asked. So when more clinical scenario based questions you solve, the more refinedness comes to your question solving abilities. Also, what you can do in a PrepLadder app is you can apply a previous year question filter. So I always emphasize upon importance of PYQs, and also why they are important, because it's like you already know the answer. So as I have shown in the previously notes how the PYQs are highlighted in a PrepLadder notes, so you can again emphasize on previously asked topics. So previously asked topics and previously asked questions are very important, and definitely you can get benefited from that. Also, what lot of students do is whenever they solve a question, they don't read the explanation, they just see the answer and go. So this is a video from a PrepLadder app where you can see that once you answer a question, you can read whole explanation along with the source, like what is the source of the answer. So don't just see the answer and move ahead, but see the explanation and see what are the explanations given, and you should know the explanation as well, because if the question is framed a different way, next time you should know the answer even if the question is twisted. So next thing is about the grand test. So as we talked about the source, we talked about the notes, we talked about the MCQs, about the grand test. So a lot of students have a very curiosity about the grand test. Lot of students give grand test just to know the rank and know the score, but that is not actually right. During the initial stages of your preparation, you should use grand test to assess your weaknesses. See which areas you are weak on. See where you are not see what are the subject that you are weak on. I have released one video earlier how to assess your grand test, and you can definitely go and see that video, and you can make a chart where you see the percentage. See, whenever you give a grand test, like for example, I recommend about the PrepLadder app. So whenever you give the test on a PrepLadder app, you will get the percentage, like your accuracy in physiology questions was 70%, your accuracy in ophthalm was 45%, surgery was 20%. So you have to see what is your percentage. See, your score might be good, but you look at your accuracy in surgery 20%. So you have to work on surgery. So in initial stage, use grand test to assess your weaknesses. Also, when is the best time? I will advise when you are halfway through your first reading, not preparation. I mean halfway of your first reading, then you start giving GTs. At least know the basic subject. If you are a fresher, don't rush into solving GTs. If you are someone who are already prepared and taking a drop, you can start giving GTs right away, like once a week if you're comfortable. So 4 GTs a month is also a good thing, because it will also give you a lot of questions, and it will improve your question solving ability. In the later phase, like as I say, initial stage to assess your weakness, later phase you know your improvement. Like my initial stage my surgery accuracy was 20%, but after 2 months it has increased to 60%. So it shows you have improved, and now your rank and your score will make sense. So in a later phase, assess your improvement by scores and ranks. So as I said, that PrepLadder app has one very important point I would like to emphasize. So PrepLadder app offers a grand test every 4th Wednesday, which is open for all users, so which is free for all the users. So you can just install an app and you can spend you don't have to pay anything for that, and you can make most out of it. So even if you just download app, and every fourth Wednesday you can get a you can write a grand test on a prepared app. So that is something that you can also put in mind. So the summary, so as I have talked about the four things: the source, the plan, the MCQs, and the grand test. So I will make a dedicated videos for each of this specialty. This is just the beginning, just to give the introduction for you. So you must be thinking, the students who are taking drop, that what went wrong. So let's try to find out in next video series that how can we improve on the mistakes that we did. So a lot of students ask me, sir, if I take a drop, will I get selected? See, only person who can assure you of your selection is you. You don't need any validation from anyone. Even you don't need validation from me. If you are ready to sit, if you are ready to be prepare with consistency and discipline, then you will definitely be successful. If even you all have that potential to achieve the wonderful things and achieve a wonderful rank, if you have a positive mindset. What you need is a small push. As I said, that if you have decided that you are going to take a drop or you are going to prepare, I am with you. I am there with you. I will be with you till your exam. So don't worry about that part. I will keep guiding. I'll try to share my experience, and also I'll bring a lot of toppers and their expertise, which will help you in getting to your dream. There is no prescribed time to recover. A lot of students, after results, they were devastated. They were like feeling sad that I don't know what to do. There are some students who have bounced back, and even they have started already. So some students are not feeling like studying, but when they see someone else is studying, they feel bad. And but it's okay. Some people, they bounce back rapidly. Some might need more time to process the emotion and the disappointment. So when we talk about strength, the strength is not the speed of the recovery, but the intensity of your resolve. So even if you take like 10 more days to recover, or 10 more days you need rest or just to relax, it's okay. You have to start with all the might, that you have, all the power that you have. So it does not matter that how much time you take to recover. You have to bounce back sharply. So that's all, guys, I wanted to tell you. So let's begin this journey of targeting the next PG entrance examination. So as I said, I am with you with this, and I hope this Prepladder app also helps you throughout your journey. So guys, I wish you all the best and take care.